Hi there, Coach Sam here from runrox.co.uk. Today I want to quickly show you how you can easily figure out what pace to do your kilometers in a Hyrox race to reach a particular goal time. Maybe you want to do 1 hour 30, I'll show you what pace you need to run. Or maybe you do lots of intervals in training, you know what pace you do the intervals, so I'll show you how to figure out what your race time is probably going to be. Okay, now I have made a lovely chart, a lovely table, so you can quickly figure this out in 5 seconds. But before you run off to the website runrox.co.uk, let me explain, because there's a little bit of nuance here as to how you work it out. Because it's based on run times, but we know Hyrox is not just running. So stick with me and you'll get a bit more out of this chart. Now, some of you may have heard the idea that you should run your kilometer reps at your half marathon pace during a Hyrox race. That's good advice, but what if you've never done a half marathon before, or you've not done one recently? You know, it's not very helpful. And if you have a target time, you don't know what pace you need to go to hit that target time. So this chart is going to be much better for you in that sense. Also, a Hyrox race isn't actually like a half marathon. It's more like a 10-mile race. In terms of how long it takes you to complete, it is more like a 10-mile race, which is 16 kilometers. And this makes sense. You've got 8 kilometer reps, you've got 8 stations plus some rock zone to do. So in my head, it's always been about 16 kilometers. But before I made the chart, I wanted to really make sure what the number was. And it turns out it's almost 16. Okay, let me explain why. So here's my lovely spreadsheet. Please don't click off the video because you're scared of numbers. I'm just explaining how I got there. You don't have to look at any of the numbers. Okay, just listen. So I looked at men's pro, women pro, men's open, women open. I looked at a bunch of different athletes. All I did was looked at what time they did Hyrox in and what their average run speed was. Okay, you just divide one by the other and you get a number. And can you see, it's really close to 16. This one was bang on 16, hilariously. Same with the women, it's about 15 and a half, sometimes 16. So I averaged them all out and I got this number here, 15.63. Okay, so it's like, Hyrox is like doing a 15.63 kilometer run in terms of how long it takes. Okay, so I did the same thing with doubles. Obviously doubles is gonna be less because at a given running speed, you're gonna do the race faster because you're sharing the stations, right? You're both smashing through the stations, you're getting a bit of rest. So at a given running speed, you're gonna go quicker. So naturally, when I did these sums, we got a lower number. It's more like a 14.2 kilometer race in terms of how long it takes you, right? And the effort you put in. So with these numbers, I was able to make your chart for you guys to look at. Now this again looks crazy confusing. Don't click off because you're scared of numbers. It's really easy. I'll show you. Most of this you don't even need. It's just extra stuff. Look at the Hyrox estimates here. You've got solos and doubles. So you find your time. Let's say you're in solo Hyrox. We want hour 30, for example. You want to get sub 1 hour 30. You need to run this pace, minutes per kilometer. Look. You need to run 5:43 minutes per kilometer. You see that? If you run that pace, you should be able to get this time. And you can do that with anything. Let's try one more with doubles. Doubles, you want to get sub 1 hour 10. You're going to have to run 4:55 together, of course. Right, so it's really simple. However, there is a little bit of nuance because remember, this is based on running speed. But some of you may be stronger runners than you are at the functional work. Some of you may be stronger at the functional work than you are runners. And some of you may be just well-rounded half and halves. Okay, if you're half and half, obviously take this at face value. However, if you're a stronger runner than you are at the functional stuff, then your time might actually be a little bit less, up to maybe 3 lower. Just because of the way that the sum is done. The sum is based on running. So if you're stronger at running, then it actually makes the time less, just by the way it's calculated. I know that's counterintuitive. And if you're stronger at the functional stuff, but you can still run this pace, then you can actually go up another 3. So now look, we've got this range. Stronger functional individuals, the top of the range, stronger runners at the bottom, well-rounded, bang on in the middle. Does that make sense? So I made this chart because no one else has actually made this yet. No one else has figured this stuff out yet. So I wanted to figure it out so that other people can use it. Now, the other thing you can use this table for is you can look at a given pace, whether you prefer working in minute mile or minute per kilometers. You can actually see what this would equate to in a 5K run, a 10K run, half marathon or marathon, if you ran that pace the whole way. Okay, so you've got some other uses here. Same with some intervals. If you're doing 500 meter intervals or 400 meter intervals at this pace, that's how long it should take you. So when you're going around a track, if you're like, okay, I need to practice running at 5 minutes per kilometer, it's like, okay, do your 400s in 2 minutes, 1 lap, or do your 500s in 2 minutes 30. Yeah, so this chart is useful for a training tool as well. So you can go to runrox.co.uk at any point to look at this race chart. I've put a link below so you can go straight there now if you want to. And you'll also find some information on the website about Hyrox plans for specific time goals, and also my coaching services too. So feel free to take a look at that if you want to. You can always contact me through the Hyrox website if you have any questions about any of it. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.